Welcome to the Twilight Zone. Happy Easter. I was like, let's just play him in for a minute. Let's just let people join us for a second. How you doing? Um, so I was decked out in like the full Easter getup, but I have a headache and the lights are too warm and it would have been too much. But I do have this little bunny friend. There you go. E for effort. Hope you're doing well, and thank you guys so much for joining me. Whoever joins me, I appreciate you. You're amazing. I hope that you're having a wonderful day. I really do appreciate you all. So, what's up, nerds, nerds, freaks and geeks, and all in between? It's me, your girl, Daisy Dame. Welcome to, or welcome back to, my channel. I'm genuinely blessed to have you here. I'm like, where can we put this friend of ours? I suppose he can sit. We'll just let him sit. Where's Gigi? Gigi's there, but hiding. Look at this creeper, y'all. Look at this creeper. It's an egg hunt of our buddies. That's a joke. Hope you're all well. Yeah, I got my fanciest on. I'm wearing my fanciest. And for those who missed it, like I said, I just don't have the lights as bright today because I have a little bit of a headache. Womp womp. But that's alright. Headaches happen. And power through it. This is a piece I worked on recently that I want to show you guys. Oh my goodness. I grabbed a whole new batch to show you guys real quick. So while a few more friends are popping in, let's just look at a few paintings real quick while they're joining us. Oh, this is what I'm working on like right now. Look at those colors. Ah, yeah, hit the like. It's free. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. That's so amazing. Yeah, this looks so good. It's supposed to be like a little lantern dude. He's gonna look awesome. I hope that your weekend's going well so far. I chose a bunch of smaller paintings this time too, so you guys can see that I'm working with like all sizes here, and it's really neat. There's some that are like, I really love them. Let me know if you're doing anything interesting over the weekend. How have you been? I wanted to initially stream about how, hi, thank you so much for being here, how different places celebrate Easter, because I found it really interesting, but I think I'll save that for tomorrow, because I wanted to do an update on the whole Damar Hamlin thing. If you guys didn't know, I was, born and raised in Western New York, so that made me a Buffalo fan by default. Genuinely, whether your family is a sports fan or not, that's what happens, okay? As soon as you're born in Western New York, it's a Bills fan. Not a boy, not a girl, it's a Bills fan. It be like that. It really be like that, okay? That A, okay? Even though I moved quite a few times, it will just always remain that way, right? It will just always remain that way. So whether you're the big fan of the sports or not, trust me, this may interest you. I'm cool with that because I feel like the Bills, they do have a lot of heart, and that I vibe with that, right? Thank you for joining me. I do. I vibe with the whole like giving it your all and giving them a show, like doing your thing no matter what. Oh, Frank's the best. Yeah, I was gonna say thank you to Frank because he's just amazing. He's amazing. He's such a helpful person, such a genuine and helpful person. Oh, these are the ones from the Ohio Derailleur series. There's 4 pieces altogether right now. Half of proceeds go to help locals in the area. And yes, I will go boots on the ground. I will deliver. I know. Listen, I did not forget. I'm on my phone. And it doesn't have a thing where I can do it. I looked. Well, no, I didn't. I did look. I just know that came out like, I didn't do it because that's why. Yay! I know, Frank is the best. Seriously, genuinely, you guys picked a real one. And they are hard to come by. For real. Look how sick this is. Oh, I love this one. Let's rock out what we look at a couple real quick. I'm your midday cappuccino, friends, okay? Oh, so cute. I love this. Such a good one. Hi. We're looking at a few new ones. Woo. That's really cool. I love this one. This one was inspired by like more modern vaporwave type art. I've always been a fan of Fauvism. And listen, no pressure, okay? Hear me when I say this. No pressure. I'm just showing you. We're just checking them out, okay? Don't be like, oh my goodness, she's always begging for the. Okay, you're fine. We're chilling. We're looking at some paintings. And if you want, you can check them out on my Insta, okay? At DameVonBonDaisy So hit that like. It's free. It's literally all I ask for is for you to do all that is free, because then that's good. Oh, look at a couple more. Okay, and then we'll get into this whole Damar thing. Oh, listen. I heard the whole Damar Hamlin situation was wild. And I was like one of the first, I really believe so, to go live because I was, I saw it happen in real time. You know what I mean? I was one of those people. Like, I walked down the steps. Hello, thank you so much for joining me. Happy Easter for those who celebrate and such. For those who don't, it's okay. It's not an echo chamber here. You can have difference of beliefs and opinions. That's all right. Okay? So, okay, I'm not the biggest foosball fan, but as I stated, being born in Western New York, you're born a Bills fan. It's not boy, it's not girl. It's like, it's a Bills fan, right? That's how it goes. So I was like, oh goodness. So I knew that this was going on, right? Oh, it's crazy. And I also knew my brother had season tickets, so I knew my brother was at the game. And my first thought was, oh my goodness. But so this is what happened. I was upstairs, I go downstairs, and I see my family just like shook. Like my family is all up in the living room, shook. And I'm like, what happened? Like, did somebody call? Is one of our family members like, is something wrong? Like, really wrong? And they're like, it is really something really wrong. It is like, and I was like, what is it? And they're like, it's football. It's the football. And like, my brain goes, what? Why are you this worked up? Like, what? Did they miss a touchdown? Like, is this really what you're this upset about? It was an important game, but I was like, okay, what's going on? So I was told what happened, and then I immediately ended up going live just because, again, being from the area, being a fan like my entire life, being like an honorary fan. Thank you so much. I was shooketh. I was like, what? So we talked about it. I streamed about it, and I just let people know what was going on, what they had said, and the part that really like spoke out to me was the fact that people were like no matter who you were a fan of, whatever, they were coming from all over to show support, and that's what, like, whether this is all fake or not, on the grand stage of illusion and smoke and mirrors, that was a beautiful moment, okay? It's rare that we get that. It's rare. So when we do, I'm like, exhale, everybody, for 2 seconds. You got 2 seconds to exhale. Okay, suck it in again. Be fearful, all right? You know? Just kidding. I don't promote being fearful. But this is also in the Ohio Derailleur series. Amazing. Like I stated, half of these proceeds will go to locals in the area. I have family that lives there. I have friends that live there. I will go boots on the ground. I will deliver it like myself, literally. Okay? I can't handle when these tragedies happen, and there's even jobs for this, for disaster, uh just management, ways to predict these things, right? To say, okay, if this happens, this is the plan, this is what we do, right? There should be something in place, but there's not, right? There's not. And for those who don't know, I actually did a series for the Astro World circumstance. And we did get a painting right before Christmas to the family of the youngest one. Oof, it was rough, but it arrived just in time, and that was a beautiful thing. That was a really beautiful thing. They didn't pay for shipping, they didn't pay for anything. I was like, please, let me do something. Like, please, what do I do? Like, how can I help? Like what can we do? So I was like, I'll make something so beautiful to remind them, that this It shouldn't have happened. It just shouldn't have happened, right? So I find my own unique ways to help. That's what we're doing. Okay, Damar Hamlin, let's get back to it. Sorry. Staying on track pretty good this time, though. And for those who missed the paintings, don't worry. I'll cycle back through them again in just a bit, just so you can check them out. Yeah, so I think that's how a lot of people actually learned about who even Damar Hamlin was. I think many people didn't really know many of the up and coming players, but I think this kind of really gave him a way to stand out, right? Just saying, I think, but I know that those who follow the sport, they know who he is. Those who like these teams, they know, right? They know who the players are. I just find it all very curious. Also, another thank you to Frank and other channels who have been really just like being so amazing, so supportive. For the longest time, I genuinely felt like a leper on YouTube. I was like, is there a reason why other creators like never want to like work with me or talk to me? Like, did I do something? And it's like, no, I just wasn't looking in the right areas. And then I ended up finding some of the most amazing people. And when you do work with somebody, it's for the right reasons and it works out well. And that's a very good thing. But then again, there's so many people on YouTube, you just never know. And that's why I say Frank and others like that are a real one. So appreciative. So appreciative. And welcome to your very own deprogramming session. Because that's what we do. We do some deprogramming. Because there's so much all day coming at us. Whether it's in the media. Yeah, he is a real one for real. And thank you again, females and males and whatever, you're fancy. If you want to be a Miller like Cam, okay, cool. Thank you for subscribing. Oh, love it. I really do. I love when the divine feminine and masculine are balanced. It's a beautiful thing. Okay? It gives us very much good feng shui on this channel. I love the energy. Okay. But the thing is, I also realized that I've inspired so many, right? And that was one thing that I was trying to do at the beginning of a lot more of my streams is just say something positive, right? So there we go. There's one thing positive. Okay. Let's get into it. So I kind of wanted to wait on this for the longest time, right? But now there's the craziest updates to the story. You won't even believe where he was 2 days ago. Okay, Damar Hamlin is staying busy. Okay, he took the baton and he ran. Okay, he's doing the most that he met Joe Biden. Did you know this? Did you know this? The man met the president. Mr. President, why haven't you been to Ohio? Mr. President, can we talk, please? Pay attention now. Stop getting distracted. I'm talking about the president, not you. I know you can pay attention. Just curious, right? Like, So anywho, they're hanging out, and guess what he called him? Guess what he called him? Uncle Joe. Could you just imagine? Like, imagine being in that room and how interesting that must have went. That must have been a beautiful thing. They're like, don't leave them alone in the room together. Who knows? Things might start, he might start saying all kinds of stuff. You never know. He's old fashioned. How crazy is that, though? Literally, that alone just blows my mind. And I just spoiled like a good chunk of some of the best part, but there's so much to this. What a crazy thing, right? Okay. So it's been a topic. It was a topic, obviously, since the game. Oh my gosh, I know. You never know. So I waited because I did the live, and normally I'm not one that's just like, okay, we're going to talk about this because it's like the biggest thing right now. It's like, no, I feel like when it's right? When it's right. And it just seemed like this is the right time. Okay. I could not believe this. So for those who don't know what happened or who missed it, I will give you a small recap now that we're like 5 minutes into that. And just please keep in mind that I'm of the belief that this is just like wrestling kind of. Like I feel like the outcome could be determined by a certain amount, right? Just a thought. But who knows? I think maybe sometimes there are real parts, but it's all smoke and mirrors. All the world's a stage, and I don't know how anyone could blame us for not like being curious about these things, right? I'm not saying that this is what it is. I'm saying that these are all possibilities, okay? So, Damar suffered. I'm going to botch this one, and I've been doing so good with the words lately, you guys. So good. Como, como, commotio, is it? Commotio cardis? A rare condition in which the cardiac arrest will occur during a strong impact. So basically, he had a, and he was like, oh. So, yeah, no, thank you guys. You're amazing. I think it was really wild to me because, again, like I was saying before, I just thought about my brother being there and seeing it firsthand and how him loving that team and certain players and how that must have really impacted him. I thought, oh my gosh, he must be so like hurt and broken about this, right? Like this must have really hurt people. We're getting there. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We're getting there. Trust me. And my brother did say, he said, I wanted to throw up. I wanted to throw up. Do you hear that? Do you hear the effect that they can have on people? I wanted to throw up, he said. And my brother is one of the kindest, like most gentle giants in this world. Like he's 6'2". He's a big, huge dude, okay? For some reason, I've got giants all around me. My whole family giants, Irish giants. I don't know. It's weird. Anywho, very good dude, very kind guy. He was like, I'm sick. I feel sick. And because I texted him right away. I was like, I'm so sorry. I hope you're okay. Like, I know this isn't like about my brother or about my family. Because people will be like, oh my God, you really cared about your brother in that moment? Yeah, I did. I did. Okay? What? Oh my God, somebody was on the field, Daisy. I know. I know. That's what we're talking about. And I was concerned about him too, right? But heaven forbid you mention this. But he was like, I'm sick, da da da. Okay. Brother, he ends up being okay. He's obviously shook. And I do believe that for people, it's like for me, I imagine seeing your favorite person in concert and then seeing something horrible on stage happen to them. Oh my gosh, I would lose my ish too, right? I would lose my ish too. I would be like, oh my gosh, we're going to the hospital with him. Just like people did. I'd be like, here we go, we're riding along. Everybody get in the van. Boop. Here we go. We're going to play their music on the way. Boop. Like, for real. No joke. No cap. Legit. If it was the Gorillas, best believe it. And I get it. Listen, ever since I've been more aware of these things, I know that some of it is deceptive, but you do end up still caring about these people. And I'm so glad that you guys recognize that because holy cow. Some people are like, how could you say these things? And it's like, how could you not? What? How do they not see it? I don't know. But listen, big boo-boo, no good. He got knocked down. This thing happened where he got hit at a certain time where his heart was beating in a certain way, and it was just at this one point, and oh my goodness, it all lined up to the perfect moment of, oh my God. And he stood up, and the man took it to a couple steps, and then he went down. And everybody was shook it. They were like, oh, man down, right? Man down. And some people, like, I think they thought it was like a joke, but it was not a joke. It was not a joke. It was not a joke. Man was down, okay? And at first I heard his mother was at the game, and I just could not imagine that happening right from his mother, too. I think that plays into it. But if she wasn't, I know she was on her way to the hospital to be with him. I know that for sure. So after this occurred, many were curious about Damar's condition, and many claimed that this could be the big bad jib jab juice. Could it be the big bad jib jab juice? Well, many said it's a possibility because a lot of athletes kept having certain issues at alarming rates, and it was like, that's weird. Many of them were very young. Very young. Too young. Way too freaking young. I'm so sick of that pattern of losing our youth. Oh my gosh. Terrible. Makes me angry inside. And I'm like, what can we do? Okay, so he found himself trending multiple times. Damar, Hamlin, people, as far as everyone else, did not know to the big wide world. But now, the big wide world, they knew about Damar, okay? He found himself trending. He was like, I am the trending. And his condition, it seemed to magically be fixed. Like somehow, some way, this this dude was not only on the fast track down, but he was on the fast track up. Right? He said, "I choose both." He said, "I've been there and I will come back." Right? It was as if this man was resurrected. Right? He was just like, "Down, I'm out, I'm in it." Yes, and this is what's crazy. Exactly, the interviews. How strange. And if you've seen him before and after, that made everything even more curious, okay? And you don't even have to be the biggest foosball fan to appreciate these men who are always putting their body to the full extent. Like they're getting slammed into by a train, dude. Some of them men are huge. I would run. That's like a whole bowl coming at you. I could handle a bowl, but a football, no, no way. I'd be like, peace, I'm out, no way. I'm not dealing with that. Lord help me. So he was on the fast track to recovery. He had left the hospital within days just to make it to this game, right? This playoff game with the Bengals. And it's so strange because they kept saying he's going to make an appearance. Oh my goodness, our boy is back. Everybody kept doing this with their hands and nobody knew what it meant. But we're going to talk about that too, okay? I'm doing it for the purpose of discussing it. Please don't be like, oh my gosh, she's a witch performing witchcraft on us. Like, no, chill out. We're going to talk about it though, okay? Because there is symbolism in these things. Okay, so he gets out of the hospital and they're like, he's coming to the game. He's going to be sitting in on this game. He's going to be here for the game. And he Kanye'd that game. He came in with some sunglasses, with his hood up, wearing his, what are those called? Man, wearing the coolest, right? Pay attention. That's what I mean to what he's wearing. Very strange, but it goes deeper. It goes deeper. Trust me. We still have a couple really good golden nuggets up in here. So thank you for hanging out with me. I really do appreciate it. Yeah, so he was like, peekaboo, right? Literally. They announced that he would be in attendance. It was really curious because, again, people were just amazed that he was doing this, that he was getting up, he was going, he was gonna attend. They were like, shouldn't he be in bed? What? So he just says peekaboo. That was it. To onlookers in his own private suite. He went in the window and was like, boop. And everybody was like, oh my goodness, there he is. It's him. Even though, how would you know? Would you know? Did they know? Could it have been someone else? I think there's a lot of curious theories around it, and I find it very interesting. It was curious how it was like a very quick healing. I find it so interesting. And the way that they announced the attendance alone, crazy. And they just made it sound like it was going to be more than just this peekaboo hello appearance. Whether, if it was him and he was doing good, that's great. If not, then why do this? And many of you already know the NFL, they can be a little shady, okay? They can be a little shady. They're not afraid to have a moment, have a diva moment, right? It's the NFL. They're like, how are we going to get people to watch? You know, they probably have terrible numbers. It's like all these award shows. Nobody watches anymore. More people are watching us on YouTube than these shows anymore at all. And that's brilliant. That's amazing. It just shows that they're so out of touch and that people need something more genuine. They want something more authentic. They're craving it. And it's good that they're finding it in places like these. So, was it a bird? Was it a plane? Was it a body double? Was it a bad body double? I don't know. But let's discuss this. Why do people feel this way, okay? Why? Don't worry. We can be logical, okay? We has big brains capable of big thought. Many theories started to fly about what happened, and it created this spread far and wide of what was going on. And it's funny because the government and the media can see that people have distrust, right? They know that we have distrust for what we're being shown, and they just might want to consider why that is. It's like they know. They're very aware. Maybe it's because the media and the news lies. How fun. It's as if everyone can lie except for us. Ain't that just life? Makes me a little sad. It's curious though. So it's all, again, smoke and mirrors. It's so far-fetched, but it's not, right? Because body doubles have existed. We know that the president usually has a body double, or maybe a few. We know that a few of them definitely had a couple. Maybe. Yes. And celebrities like Britney Spears, did they get a look-alike? I think maybe if their net worth was big enough, maybe. They were like, yeah, we need them. We need to make this money, honey. Let's do it. Let's buy double a couple of these. I mean, it's just not that far-fetched, okay? So it's just not far-fetched to see that somebody might even be replaced by the body double. That does happen too, where somebody was meant to just play the part, but then they're like the part now. And now they're a part of it all, a part of the whole show. And they just have to commit. I really believe that happens. And so when we know that throughout history we've seen this happen, we know that the Pope, the president, important people absolutely have had body doubles. We can prove it. Why is it so far-fetched, right? And why do we get continuously gaslit by the media and others? Hi, Kijan. Is Kijan here? Did I miss them say hello? I'm so sorry. Hello, darling. And hello to everybody who's just joining us. Please hit the like. It's free. Look, this is the heart hands. We're going to talk about that. Okay. So, yeah, I feel like, come on. If we can break this down, it's realistic. It's grounded. I was like, where? Keegan. Okay. Yeah, just keep considering that. Like, we are continuously gaslit. We are continuously lied to. Oh, wow. I'm going to have to look at that. So think of it like your favorite channel gets replaced on a TV. Oh, here it is. Think of it like your favorite character gets replaced on a TV show, right? Okay? You know, it just isn't the same. It's like Aunt Viv on Full House or Full House. Girl. Or Kate Kane from Batwoman, or Mateo from Jane the V, or Mandy from Shameless. That one is a serious one, you guys, okay? That one is a serious one. Or Meg from Family Guy. You know something is different. It just ain't the same. Something is a little bit off here. Like, ain't that something? Like Morty from Seinfeld, Carol from Friends, and even Lori from That 70s Show, Becky from Roseanne, and Darren from Bewitched. That was another one. Why? Give me back original Darren. Why would you change that? I love Bewitched. That was one of my favorite ones. And I love That 70s Show. And I never liked the new Lori. I never liked her. Ever. Ever. I was like, girl, you stank. You ain't the real Lori. Give me the other Lori. She's authentic. Give me the other Mandy. I want the authentic Shameless. Like, character is replaced. Different person. Same character. Not the same person. Understood? Curious, though. So, yeah, some of them you're like, I just can't accept it. I just can't accept this. With that said, man gets hurt. Many thought he wasn't even going to make it. And then he's resurrected for the game. Very curious. Is it a logical conclusion to consider maybe that ain't him? Maybe it ain't him? It's within the realm of possibility. It really is. And I'm here to remind you that you're not crazy. You're not woo-woo. You're just capable of what? Common sense? Critical thinking? But God forbid. Oh, no. Don't do that. Don't use your brain. No. After that, Damar he did indeed show himself, right? But he really did say, peekaboo, I'm out. He really did just stick his leg out the curtain and shook it around. That was it. That's what he did. The crowd went wild. And nobody thought a thing of it. to determine whether or not we have been scammed, we need to look. We need to look at what occurred during this time, during the whole thing and after the whole ordeal, right? How else will we know? Scamming, scamming. And there was weird symbolic events around this. That is what that is. That is just facts on facts, okay? Firstly, here we go. This is part of the juicy part. So get ready. Oh my gosh, I'm so old. Do androids get old? Maybe I need an upgrade. I think that's what it is. Sponsor me, B-rated sodas. Okay, firstly, his number was number 3. And number 3 has always had deep significance. This is facts, okay? Ancient Greek philosopher Pythagoras, yeah, that guy, first try, he postulated that the meaning behind numbers is indeed significant. So, if Pythagoras is all like, hey y'all, numbers are important, well then, anywho, 3 means harmony and wisdom. So are we to take it that harmony and wisdom just got a hit to the chest, or what? What am I supposed to make of this? How curious though, right? The foundation, his foundation took off, right? Remember that thing? He had this whole charity for the minis and it was like kablooey. That blew up. The world was watching to see what would happen next. What would he do next? Where is he at? How's he feeling? Which is, great. I'm sure some really meant it. I'm sure some genuinely meant it. Some really believe that that could have been it that day. That we really might have lost him that day. That it was purposely made this way for people to be a witness of this event without knowing, being any of the wiser, what they just saw, but knowing that all who saw was affected by it. Curious to me. So some really believe that it was a ritual. Some really believe that it was more so a horrific event. For those of you who are watching after, please let us know in the comments down below. Don't forget, hit the like, it's free. I would really, 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 really appreciate it. If you're new, please sub. But that's not all. So, yeah, like I said, being born and raised in Western New York, it meant, by default, born a Bills fan. It's just what it is. So, I know that many people were strongly affected by this. I know that Bills fans are like some other teams where they just seem like they just have the strongest fans. Like, they're the ones that are like, we hold on the tightest, we root the hardest. Like, through snow, these dudes put their bodies to the limits, and the fans are equally as passionate, right? It's wild. It's wild to me. I get it when it comes to certain concerts, but no, not as much with football. So, yeah, as I said, my first thing was, oh my gosh, my brother, this is all wild. And again, how it all happened, it was really, really quick. Okay, so yeah, he responded and he was like, no, it's no big deal. Don't worry. Like, what people think, they're just foolish, da-da-da, right? So let's take a look real quick. What does this mean? Being Irish, my first thought is, it's the ring. Oh, it's the heart. I always say it wrong. The claddagh. Come on, the claddagh. It's the design of the two hands, and it's used to make a heart because one is meant to symbolize friendship and the other is meant to symbolize true love forever. Claddagh. I know, right? So is that really what it is? But when the two hands come together, they make the crown. So is that truly what it is? Is it the crown that they keep doing this about? Because the queen passed before that, or was the queen passing right at that time? I gotta check. Ooh, that could be it too. Because listen, everybody started doing this like out of nowhere. Taylor Swift, Bieber, Demi, Selena, Jordan Sparks, all of them. Boom, 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 her hands. Boom, 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 her hands. Ooh, best friends, her hands. Why? It's sus. It's sus. It doesn't just come from, oh, I love you, blah, blah, blah. No, I think that there is something more to that. Maybe it's nothing. People use a lot of symbols with their hands. Some are really good at it, that they're like constantly doing it while they're talking. There's a difference between fidgeting and using your hands to speak than like actually signing hands, like while people are watching you and like, putting voodoo magic on them. Very curious. And by the way, if they're doing this so that the devil knows who is like worshiping them or the big bad, the devil, If this is to like mark who's worshiping him, that or them or whatever, the devil already knows. Like, right? The devil already knows who's his. Just saying. So today, Damar has been active. He's staying active. And I know, right? And I always do this, and it makes me sad because I was always like, oh, you guys love you, but now I'm like, I don't want to, like, especially after this. Now it's like, oh, I really feel like maybe we got to figure something else out. Okay, so he's still spreading awareness. He's still raising money for the youth. That's cool. And as I stated 2 days ago, he's hanging out with Biden. Curious. I guess he's really keeping his attention on causes that are seen as noble, right? Good, noble causes. How kind. Oh my goodness. So sweet. But I don't know. What's he doing there? Right? I know. That's the thing. When you come to my channel sometimes, we do some learning. But it's fun. We do it in a very fun way. And I'm just a curious cat. I really am. So ever since this happened too, I was like, there's something going on here. I feel sus. This feels sus. My spidey sense is a tingling. And honestly, I really am tired of being poked and prodded by the media and all these outlets to emotionally, push us in one way or another. It's like, can you stop? Like, please, for 1 minute, let me breathe. Like, God, I don't want to cry today over your stupid commercial set with like crazy, emotional music. It's like, not today, Macy's, not today. No, thank you. Like, stop. It's such mind games. That's the problem. That's the problem that really upsets me. It's like, it's a lot of psychology and manipulation, and it really is the shortcuts in our brain that they're taking advantage of, and that makes me angry. So that's why we do it to them. Play them at their own game, right? So what do you guys think about all this? Do you think that he is okay? Do you think that he's all good? Do you think that there's a certain circumstance that might have caused this circumstance? Yeah, I think that some people were just perplexed at when he came out and he was like, hi, and the sunglasses and stuff. And it just looked weird. I don't know. I don't know, guys. It's just strange. Like, sus, bro, what you doing? Here's another one I've been working on. Ta-da! This one is going to be creatures in the woodlands. I needed a couple of bigger canvases because I really like doing the larger side one. Thanks! That's true. When people go through some of my content, they're like, oh, that was really interesting, but I'm not seeing as much about that, elsewhere. And it's like, I don't know. I just have a very curious brain. And sometimes my brain's like, hey, we're going into this. And I'm like, cool, let's do it. So thank you. I really appreciate that. And genuinely, thank you so, so much again, Frank. And thank you for those of you who came over here to give me a chance. And I really hope that you would subscribe if you so choose. If you've enjoyed your cappuccino o daisy in the afternoon. I do try and kind of, I want to promote thought and curiosity and the willingness to just consider the possibilities, because not everything is, black and white. This is this. There are things that are gray, and you're like, okay, sometimes you really have to think about it. Sometimes you have to really consider what could be and what isn't, and what makes the most sense, right? Oh, I do try to bring the good vibes. I apologize. Normally I'm much louder than I've been. I think I'm still pretty loud, but minus the headache. I do bring a lot of energy. I am like a 6-pack of Red Bull right in the middle of the day. But that's okay because I'm that, recharge that you need in the middle of your day before you have to go handle the rest of your day. And I never try and stream for too long because I know that you guys got lives, you got things to do. And any moment you spend with me is precious. And I really, really do appreciate those moments that we spend together. Oh my gosh, you love my voice? That's so sweet. Thank you. I love that compliment. That's really nice of you. And that's exactly why I'm creating a podcast. Oh, yeah. I can't wait because these are the weird things that we like to talk about. I've been deep into string theory and multi universes and um, the king, that's my mini. He's so, so smart, you guys. So smart. He's like a savant. And he knows some of this stuff. And he's like, oh my gosh. He told me earlier, listen to how powerful this is, okay? And I only have one mini, just so you guys know. But he was like, just for a child to say this, okay? Just like imagine this, okay? He's like, did you know that you are God? Like, did you know that God is within you already? And I thought, oh my goodness, dude. Like, whoa, you just blew my mind, little dude. What did you just say? Like, yeah, God is within all of us, of course. What a beautiful thing to say. Oh my God, I'm just so proud, honestly. Like, sorry. I know, I'm a parent that's like, oh my God, my kid, blah. I never thought I would be that person. Listen, I never even thought I was going to have, minis. I was like, not unless I'm getting married, da da da. Well, look at how that happened. Look how life turned out, huh? No, I'm just kidding. It's best to be this way because we're it's having a good life. We're having a good life, living a good life. That's what matters. Yeah, it is a blessing, and some people just don't deserve that blessing. But you know what? We are an amazing pair, and I'm blessed. I'm so blessed, and even though there's things I'm sure that we will all take back, I just would never, ever, 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 even being that person that was like, I'm not having kids. I'm traveling the world and I'm going to sell my paintings. I'm going to freaking, for real, this is me. Like, I'm going to Machu Picchu. Forget y'all. I'm going to Rome. Like, I really thought, your girl really thought I was going to Rome in a VW bus. It's never too late. Don't say that. Listen, I still go to festivals every summer because girls got to sell some payments. Yeah, but so I'm going to do a podcast. We're going to talk about weird stuff. This is what the king painted. Amazing. Creepy. Love it. It's so funny because the very first character I created looks a little bit like this. The yippee. That's how I feel when you guys join my stream in my heart. I'm like, yippee. Yeah, this one is so amazing. And so are you guys, seriously. I always just have to remind you just how appreciative I am. And I want to say one positive thing about all of you because we started the stream with one positive thing about me, which is a very healthy thing to do. So if you don't, you might want to just be nicer to yourself once in a while. Because sometimes I know I go around in my head like, why you gotta be such a blonde sometimes, blondie? And it's like, hey, you don't gotta take that crap from yourself. Knock it off, right? So, we're no betas here. We're freaking alphas. And I say that because I think that those are really funny terms. It makes me giggle. Some people get really upset about it. They're like, oh my gosh, she calling me. Oh my God. And it's like, that's funny. You're funny. Shut up. But listen, we are alphas, okay? I really appreciate you guys. I appreciate your willingness to subscribe and put up with my chaos. And I really do hope that you would subscribe and hang around because you really never know. It's so unpredictable around here, And that's fun. It's really fun. Sometimes you need to spice life up. And I can be your cappuccino with the cinnamon spice. Okay? Hope that works for you. Please hit the like. It's free. And yeah, we can talk about things that, if you come up with something and you're like, hey, Daisy, what do you think about this? I will be like, wow, this is what I think about that, and we can discuss it. Or if you have ideas like for art or something, you could always let me know. Any other information you might need is always in the description. Other socials, I have TikTok, and we're almost at 17K. Let's go. And I was so, oh my goodness, listen, I'm so grateful for every follower, every sub. I never thought I'd get past like 1,000. And now that we're where we're at, I'm like, wow, what's happening? You know, my armpits are sweating. I'm like superstar and stuff, you know, like, oh. No, it's amazing. I'm so blessed. I'm so fortunate. And I'm like, oh no, I'm no longer a YouTuber. I'm a TikToker. And I was like, crap, we got to get back here on YouTube and just really start hustling. Because come on, guys, I'm a YouTuber through and through. It's in my heart. This is where I started. It's my home. And yeah, I love this community. And I love, Frank's community and really Graceful's community and Jacob Israel's community. And I just really care about these people. They're amazing people. So thank you for coming to your very own deprogramming session. Ladies, again, thank you. Thank you. Like, I really feel like you're stepping up for me lately, and it just like, these are alpha tears, okay? Shut up. I'm so appreciative. I hope you have a super good Easter. Eat some ham if you're into that. If not, that's fine. Whatever. Have some ice cream, okay? I think I won this stream this time. And if you don't know what that means I made it a whole nother stream without donating, and I'm going to end it right now so you can't donate. Okay, love you, bye.